We are back one more time, actually 3 more times technically. But this is Team United, your ESC United jury expert panel. We are here to talk Eurovision 22, all songs, and share our thoughts, our scores, and then the team overall score. Who will win it this year? You'll find out very soon. We got to talk about Montenegro next, and I think we can all agree on one thing, is that we're happy to see the country back at the contest and wish them nothing but the best, because it was nice to see them back in the finals. It's been a minute. Question is, do they deserve it this year with the song that they're sending in? It's performed by Vladana. The name of the song is Breathe, and it was internally selected by the broadcaster. So let's talk this through. And I will say, we all know, I mean, it is a sad song, and not just based on the sad lyrics, but just the way it's being presented in certain ways. Like when the first chorus comes and she sings it sadly, and then the cello comes in, and I was like, it really gets you. I think that was actually very well done. Now then it picks up throughout the song, becomes a little bit more intense. And initially, I was like, it gives me a little bit of vibe of a Balkan ballad, but maybe not as much. I enjoyed the progression of the song. And especially this one part, you have to check it out, it just gets me every time. And she sings like in a really high big note, like, you better breathe. And every time it's like, oh, I just love that moment. Great staging potential. It's not the kind of song that may have an immediate big fan base, but if this makes an emotional connection, that could actually go far. I mean, it's I have been struggling getting into ballads this year, so maybe my scores, we'll see. It's not bad at all, but I do think there is something to this one that I really, really like, and I'm hoping that they will bring home a decent score, because I think they deserve it. Who wants to go next? Okay, Sean. Yeah, I forgot. I think I told you before, and I forgot.
I was gonna say, I thought we agreed, but
I didn't remember.
Yeah, I think we all know ballads aren't really my thing, but every year at Eurovision we need a Balkan ballad, and I'm glad that Montenegro are the ones that are sort of taking up that mantle this year. It's got all of the hallmarks of, I don't know if Joksimovic is actually involved with this, but it has very similar hallmarks for me with a lot of his songs. So it's really well produced. The lyrics are so poignant, and obviously I think that can really be a strong point to a lot of people watching as well. We've all gone through a horrific time. I think it's pretty obvious, you'd have to be buried under a rock to not know that. So I think a lot of people are going to take the lyrics to heart and have their own sort of personal reflections. So I think that's going to serve them quite well in terms of audience reaction, how people at home view this entry. She's a great character as well. She's got so much personality just coursing through her veins. Whether she's going to be able to bring that through in a vehicle such as this song on stage, I'm not too sure. But this has got all the sort of classic hallmarks. The quality is there. It's plain to see. Unfortunately, I can appreciate a lot of the talent and everything that goes into this. But
all right,
that's.
Sounds good. James.
Oh, okay. So
I messed up the order again, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I totally forgot what I said.
Unless you want to go, Sebastian.
James, you are welcome.
No, go ahead, James.
All right. So with this panini, this pandemic, in a horror movie when 3 people make it out of a mine shaft alive, and there's that one guy who says, "Hey, we made it, guys!" and then you just see something go through his chest, and it's like, that's how I feel about this pandemic. I don't feel it's over. I have this sense of existential dread that it's still going to get us, and in that sense, that's my issue with this song. It kind of has a too soon. I mean, we've all lost close people, thanks to this bastard thing. And I hope that the writing of this was cathartic to her, personally, and then she gets a lot of out of it. But I don't know if a lot of fans will feel this is cathartic. I think we either needed this a year ago or we need it in a year's time. I think there's still this like lingering fear that might doom this song. That being said, it is a technically well done song, and I can't fault it for that. As Sean mentioned, she is a personality, and I would love to see her come back with a song that reflects her quirks. If you follow her on her social media with her fashion and her art, she is an eccentric, intelligent, funny person, and I would like to see her come back with an entry that reflects those rather than this 3-minute sense of lingering doom.
All right, Sebastian.
I'm pretty happy about the fact that Montenegro coming back with the ballad. They done it last time, 2018, I believe, because we remember what happened in 2019 in Tel Aviv. So, easily, I can say this is a good comeback. As James said, hopefully this process of creating this music, trying to fight again with the memory of losing her mother, make it much more easier for her by creating Breathe. I also catch this moment when she doing this Breathe thing, when she started singing. It's taking me to the memories of James Newman's song, which he never have the chance presented on the stage, so My Last Breath. He's doing the same thing, the stop, which is also quite memorable in this case. And yeah, technically it's done very well. I believe she have amazing voice. The question is how she gonna check this thing out on the stage. Hopefully it's gonna prevail. Hopefully it's gonna do some magic in case of also the lineup of the semi-final. But I can fully agree with James in case of timing of the song. Maybe last year, 2 years ago, it's gonna be much more impactful. We don't know how gonna people react for this. If it's gonna also share with her this a little bit of sadness and melancholy. We'll see how it goes. But surely Montenegro done a good job. This is a really decent entry.
All right, there you have it. Let's find out what our scores are and where Montenegro ends up overall. I don't have anything else to add. I enjoy the song, and I hope I will also equally enjoy it on the big Eurovision stage, and it'll be staged well. For now, it's a 7 points from me. 7 points. Sean.
I'm going to sort of split it down the middle, cut it right in half. It's a 5 from me. I'm ready to be wowed on the stage with the vocals and the poignant stage show. But at the minute, lyrical content aside, there's just not a massive amount for me personally.
All right, James.
I can't shake that sense of existential dread. So if I don't make it to Turin or beyond, you know that I was that third person in the horror movie.
I know, it's like, oh god.
But yeah, it is a technically well done song. But I just can't shake the dread that this brings. That you could consider that a bonus. It is in a weird, twisted way. But long story short, 5.
Sebastian, what's your score?
James is true star of these videos, and hopefully Vladana gonna be the same star on the stage. Hopefully, she have all the charisma and talent to make it. I'm not sure it's gonna work out for the grand final, but still, for me, it's 7 points.
7 points. All right, here we go. Let's find out what the overall score is for Montenegro from Team United. Again, it's not just a for us, so if you just combine our votes, it's a different outcome probably. We had all of us on Team United vote for this, give their scores, and here is the average. Montenegro receives from us 6.21. 6.21, Sebastian? As someone gave 7 points. Sounds about right? Or what do you think?
It's pretty fine. I believe people will encourage her and be supportive about all her quirks. All the perks, everything what she's doing right. But yeah, it can be a little bit short in case of doing much more better than we thought it's gonna be.
Yeah, it hasn't made a whole lot of waves anywhere in the odds, in the polls, whatever. But so this score does not surprise me. It's still a decent score if you break the 6. It could be worse. I still think people need to watch out for it because again, it fills a void that there is no, as Sean said, other Balkan ballads. So it'll have its supporters, I'm pretty sure. But that's our score, 6.21 for Montenegro. Where do you think this should end up, I should say? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I want to hear from you. And for now, check out the overall scoreboard where we are. We're almost done, but I'll see you in the next video.